Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now guys. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Everything is all right, everything is fine, no issues with whatsoever that we are learning right over here, right? Everybody is able to listen to me properly, right guys? Please let me know. Fine, we are good to go. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to DevTown. In the next 7 days, we are going to learn a lot. And before we are able to do that, let us start with a quick round of introductions. Okay, before we are able to do that, we are able to start with a quick round of introductions itself. So, before I'm introducing your myself, could you guys let me know what from where are you? What are you currently studying? For example, if you are a second year CSE student, so let me know that I am a second year CSE student from so and so college from this particular country itself, guys. For example, if you are from Kenya, US, or UK, or from India, please do let me know that as well. So, could you guys introduce yourself for me, guys, so that we are able to introduce ourselves properly in the first few minutes? Okay, I'm able to see people are from VIT Pune, CSC AI, that's great. NIT Agartala. We are able to see people from Lovely Professional University. We are able to see people from Delhi University, New Delhi, CSE student, great. West Bengal, Kenya. I'm able to see students from a lot of students are from Kenya. That's great. A lot of students are from Nigeria as well. That's really amazing. KIIT. That's really great to see right over here. A lot of students from Pakistan as well that I'm able to see. Indore. I'm able to see students from Bengal. I'm able to see students from Rajkot. Okay, that's great. I've myself lived in Gujarat for almost 18 years of my life. That's really great to see as well. A lot of students from Pakistan, Nigeria, Kenya as well, from Bangalore as well. A lot of students are there. I'm able to see a lot of students from Delhi, SIT. Then I'm able to see students from Andhra Pradesh. Okay, that's great. Orissa, Hyderabad, Zimbabwe. Okay, that's really great to see from right over there as well. Chennai. I'm able to see students from Rwanda. I'm able to see students from Indonesia. Okay, that's new. Sri Lankan. I'm able to see students from Sri Lanka as well. Bill Spilani, Russia. Okay. Uttar Pradesh, Ghana, IIT Bombay, Mumbai. That's really great, guys. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So I'm able to see people from a lot of different places right over here, guys, and that's really, really amazing to see right over here, guys. So now that you guys have introduced yourself, let me introduce myself to you guys as well. So in the next 7 days, my name is Sharasana and I'm going to be your instructor for the next 7 days itself. We are going to learn a lot in the next 7 days. So just to make sure that you guys know who I am, many of you guys must be new to DevTown Bootcamp. Many of you guys might be old. Some of you guys might already know me as well. So I started out my journey as a data analyst intern in Reliance Industries. I worked there for 2 months in my second year itself. After that, in my third year in college, I got an internship in Geo Industries. I got worked there as a data scientist intern for 6 months as my first job. For my first job itself outside, as a fresher, I got into Google. I worked there as an Explore ML lead, as a machine learning lead in Google. I worked there for more than 15 months. Currently I'm working as a full stack engineer. I worked as a machine learning engineer, front end engineer, back end engineer as well. So all these different things that I have done the same way. We are going to learn a lot right over here, guys. I'm going to share all my experiences and there will be a lot of fun learning. So that was a quick introduction from my end, guys, what I've done up till this particular point of time. What are we going to do in the next 7 days? That is also an amazing question, right? So you don't have to worry about anything, guys. There are no prerequisites for joining this boot camp. Okay, there are no prerequisites for joining this boot camp, guys. You don't have to worry about anything. Okay, we'll be learning a lot. We'll be starting out with by learning Python first of all, an introduction to Python. That is the first thing that we are going to do. Like I've already said, guys, even if you don't know what is programming, what is Python, we'll be starting from the utmost basics, guys. We'll be starting from the utmost basics. You don't need to know anything from the start itself, guys. The next thing after learning Python, we are going to go into AI. We'll try to understand what is data science, what is artificial intelligence, what are the different things that are involved inside of it, what is machine learning, what is the relationship between all these different things, what is the relationship between data science, artificial intelligence, what is the relationship between machine learning. Then we are going to go and dive a little bit deep into AI as well, that is artificial intelligence. We'll be learning some great algorithms right over there, and then at the end, on the seventh day of the boot camp, we will be doing a project inside of artificial intelligence as well, guys. We'll be doing a project inside of artificial intelligence. Okay, so keeping that in mind, guys, what we are going to do right now is that we are going to focus upon your and the project that we are going to do is going to be a cross and zero application. That is, you guys must have played cross and zero when you were children, right? Have you guys played cross and zero? Like made a matrix right over there, and then you used to play tic tac toe. Okay, you guys call it as tic tac toe as well, right? Have you guys played tic tac toe when you were children? So right now itself with your friends, right? So we are going to play, create a tic-tac-toe game where you will be playing against an AI that you yourself have created. And I can guarantee you one thing, you will never win. That AI will either try to tie up the game or it will always try to win, guys. Okay, so that is what we are going to do in the next 7 days. We are going to start from the utmost basics without understanding anything, without knowing anything about programming as well. We'll start by learning Python. We'll go into a little bit deep into AI. We'll learn AI algorithms itself, and then we'll be ending up by creating an cross and zero game, a tic-tac-toe game where you will be playing directly against an AI that you yourself have created. Now, there are two best things about this bootcamp, guys. Do you want to know what are the two best things about this bootcamp? Please let me know, guys. You guys want to know what are the two best things about this bootcamp, guys? Please let me know. The two best thing about the bootcamp is, first of all, it is completely for free. There is no cost associated with this bootcamp, guys. It is completely for free. Everybody present in this particular bootcamp will be able to learn right over here all the concepts from the utmost basics without any prerequisites right over there, and we'll start with the utmost basics itself, guys. You don't have to worry about it, completing it with a project that you can now put up on your resume as well. So starting out with no knowledge about Python, no knowledge about AI, we'll be learning so many different things, ending up with a project that you can then put up on your personal resumes as well. The second particular thing that we will be doing is, the second best thing about this bootcamp is you will also be receiving certificates associated with this bootcamp itself, guys. You will also be receiving certificates associated with this bootcamp. You'll be receiving 3 certificates at the end of this bootcamp, guys. 3 certificates. One, you will be receiving it via DevTown itself. The second particular certificate, you will be receiving it via Google. And the third particular certificate, you will be receiving it via Microsoft as well, guys. Let us see all these certificates. So usually the students who get our certificates posted up on LinkedIn. That is how I also identify whether the certificates are going to the students or not, right? So right over here, let me show you to you guys. Some of the students must have posted the certificates on LinkedIn. I'm just taking up a random person itself right over here, guys. So recently we conducted a 7 days bootcamp on JavaScript and React.js. So this student has posted all the certificates that he has received for that particular bootcamp itself. As you're able to see, this will be the very first certificate that you will be receiving at the end of the bootcamp. That is the DevTown certificate, guys. The second certificate that you will be receiving will be via Google Developer Students Club. That is via Google itself for completion, successful completion of the 7 days bootcamp. And the last particular certificate that you will be receiving will be via Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador Program. That is via Microsoft itself for completing the bootcamp. Again, the certificates will also be for free. You don't have any cost associated with the bootcamp, from the point of learning to the point of creating a project to receiving your certificates. So that is what we aim with this bootcamp, guys, that you are starting out your journey without knowing anything, and then getting to a point where you are able to get your project done, you are able to get your certificates, you are able to develop great understanding and knowledge about these topics as well. As you're able to see, every single student who usually participates in our bootcamp post their certificates on LinkedIn itself, so you can definitely check them out as well from right over here. As you're able to see all these notifications that come to me, I'm just showing you the notifications itself. So I hope to see you guys learning right over here, growing with us right over here itself, guys. Okay, So make sure that you guys are learning right over here properly. Every single day there will be a class of 90 minutes, guys. Every single day there will be a class of 90 minutes. Okay. During these particular classes itself, you will be learning everything live in the class. You don't have to worry about anything. Okay. So make sure you are learning properly right over here, guys. Okay. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. How will you be getting your certificates? Your certificates will be sent to you guys on the email ID that you'll be using for your attendance. So depending upon your attendance, you have to come up to the live sessions every single day on time, learn right over here, and on the base of that, you will be getting your certificates. Now, how will I be taking your attendance? That I will be letting you guys know at the end of today's class. Not right now, at the end of today's class, guys. So shall we start with our class, guys? Please let me know. Shall we start with our class, guys? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys as excited as I am? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys as excited as I am, guys? Please let me know. Great. Awesome, guys. Awesome. For those guys who are having any problem, see, if you guys are not on time in the class, you're not attending the classes on time, you're not learning right over here, you are just behind the certificates itself, you're not behind the knowledge that is there, you will not be receiving your certificates. I'm telling you guys right now itself. So if you're here just for the certificates, you're not coming up on the classes on time itself, you're not learning anything in the class, you will not be getting any certificates. I'm letting you guys know right now itself, guys. If you're here for the knowledge, you're here to learn, you will be receiving your certificates. It's as simple as that. Those who have any problems with the certificates at any particular point of time, you can email it to us on certificate@devtown.in. If you have any issues related to certificates, email us on certificate@devtown.in. Okay, so if any particular person has any issues with the certificates, you guys can email it to us on this particular email ID itself, and we'll be able to help you guys from right over there. Okay, so any problems, any issues with the certificates, you can email it to us right over here, guys. So let us start with our class, guys. So once you open up the class itself, okay, let me open up the class right over here. This is the current class itself. Okay, let me open up. This is the class that you guys are currently watching right now, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to see this, guys? Please let me know. So in the description of the video itself, this is the video that you guys are currently watching. If you go into the description of the video itself, the first particular link that you will be able to see will be a notes link. Are you guys able to see this notes link, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see the notes link in the live chat, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see the notes link in the live chat, guys? Please let me know. Yes, just click on that particular link, guys. Just click on that particular link. I will just open up your live chat as well as the session in front of me, right? So just click on this particular notes link itself, guys, and you will be able to see the notes that will appear right over here. So for Python, we'll start by learning Python itself, because that is the language that is much more important for data science, AI, and all these kind of stuff. Okay, Tom and Jerry, the class 6 and 7 of the bootcamp web backend web development is going to happen at 8:45. So please wait up till that point of time. Okay, so today at 8:45 we'll be having that class as well. So right over here, guys, as you're able to see, this is all the notes that I've already created for you guys that we are going to use to learn Python right over here, guys. So you can refer to these notes for yourself. We will be learning through these notes as well. I've created these notes properly for you guys, so you guys can revise any topic at any particular point of time, and you will be able to understand everything. I've created notes in such a way that it is as easy as possible for you guys to understand everything directly from the notes itself. So if you go, this is the current video that you guys are currently watching. This is the video that you guys are currently watching. If you go to the description of the video itself, guys, if you go to the description of the video, the first link is the notes, guys. The first link is the link to the notes itself. So I've already provided you guys the notes right over here. Okay, so once you have got the notes as well, we can start off with our class. Now I am able to understand that many of you guys might not be having a laptop, right? Many of you guys might be having a laptop, many of you guys might not be having a laptop. So I want to make sure that everybody who is coming into this boot camp is able to learn, is able to practice everything that I'm teaching as well. For that particular thing itself, we are going to utilize something that's called as a Google Colab, guys. Okay, Google Colab. Just search for Google Colab, okay, on your Google or whatever search engine that you are using right over here. So we are going to use something called as Google Colab. Now, what is Google Colab, guys? Now, whatever program that you run at any particular point of time, code cannot run in the air, right? It requires resources to run. Okay, code cannot run in the air. It requires resources to run right over there, guys. To do that particular fact itself, now if you don't have a laptop, you are having just a phone itself, how are you able to run right over there? And if you are having a laptop as well, if you are running your code on your laptop, it is utilizing the processor, the CPU, the GPU, the RAM of your own computer. And slowly with time itself, especially in AI and machine learning and deep learning and data science itself, these are very, very resource intensive. Okay, these are very much resource intensive programs that you are running at every point of time. It will utilize a lot of resources itself. Let me tell you a story. So initially I have burned through almost 2 laptops up till this very point of time running my code locally on my computer. Okay, because these code run for 4 hours, 5 hours, or even for multiple days at one particular point of time. Your computer will continuously be running. In that particular case, sometimes what happens is your computer gets burnt. I've lost 2 computers in this particular way itself. So to prevent yourself from not losing your computer, we are going to use something called as Google Collaboratory. Okay, once you open up Google Collaboratory, this is the website that you will be able to see. I want you guys to select GitHub from right over here, guys. I want you guys to select GitHub from right over here. Please make sure, guys, that you are not coding along with me, guys. Okay, please make sure that you are not coding along with me. If you're coding along with me, then you're not listening to me carefully. If you're not listening to me carefully, you're missing out on stuff itself. And if you're missing out on stuff, you'll just be asking me to repeat myself. Okay, please do not code along with me. The notes are available to you guys with lifetime access to it, so you don't have to worry about anything, guys. Please do not code along with me, guys. The video is also available to you guys with lifetime access. Okay, so once you go to the notes section right over here on the video that you are watching, just click on the notes itself. It will open up the notes for you guys. I want you guys to copy the URL of this notes. I want you guys to copy the URL of this notes itself, guys. The link to the notes, I want you guys to copy it right over here. Paste the exact same link right over here. Select GitHub, remove this, and paste the link right over here, guys. Paste the link right over here, and then click on search. Click on search from right over here, guys. It will open up your notes inside of Google Colab. As you're able to see, this exact same notes that you are having right over here has now been opened up inside of Google Colab itself. This is the place where we are going to write our code and where we are going to study as well, guys. Now, what is Google Colab, guys? Okay, what is Google Colab? Google Colab basically is a particular platform wherein you are writing your code on your website. This is a website itself, guys. This is not a software. This is not anything else. Not an application. This is normally a website. You will be writing your code right over here. Your code will be sent to Google, where it will be run at the servers, at the computers of Google, utilizing the resources, the CPU, GPU, RAM of the computers at Google itself, and the answer will be shown back to your website. So you are not utilizing any of the resources from your computer itself, guys. Why are we not using VS Code? Because first of all, if you are doing AI, if you are doing data science, if you are doing machine learning on your computer, the chances of you destroying your laptop is very high. Secondly, not everybody has a laptop right now. Okay, most of the students that are there have a mobile phone or smartphone, so they will be able to practice along with us right over here itself. Okay, so once you have opened up the notes inside of Google Colab, click on this particular connect button, guys. Click on this particular connect button. This will connect you to the servers at Google, and that is where you will be writing your code itself, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know. And for those guys who are having some kind of problems, I think so I've answered almost most of the questions that were there. So if somebody's asking the same question that I've already answered, guys, try to answer them back, try to help them out itself, because otherwise I will just be sitting right over here answering questions that I've already answered. So please make sure that for those guys who are not listening, who are asking the exact same question again and again, please make sure that you are answering to them. Okay. The second particular thing that I've told you guys once again is that please do not code along with me. Please do not code along with me. This video will be made available to you guys with lifetime access. So you don't have to worry about anything, guys. You don't have to worry about anything. Okay. So make sure that you are listening to me carefully. You are listening to me carefully and using it at the same particular point of time. Okay. Please make sure that you are learning right over here, guys. Nitin, please start, boss. Do not waste time. As you are able to see, almost 50% of the people are still saying repeat because they have missed out on the class itself right over here. So I can only start when people are listening to me carefully itself, guys. Okay, I've not taught anything up till this point of time. I've just opened up a website. If you want to check it out, you can. This is a YouTube video. You can reverse the video and listen to me once again at a later point of time. Right now, focus upon the learning aspect. You are not supposed to code along with me. You are not supposed to do anything with me. You have to listen to me carefully. You have to learn right over here itself. Make sure you are listening to me right now, guys. Okay. Okay. So right over here, guys, the first thing that I want you guys to know is that we are going to use Python as our programming language of choice. Okay, why Python? Python is the second most in-demand programming language in the entire world. That is the second most used programming language in the entire world. The second most important, okay, the second most in-demand programming language that is most of the companies are looking forward to for Python developers itself. And if you want to enter into field of data science, AI, machine learning or something like that, you have to learn Python. That is the most important programming language for you. Python is one of the most easiest programming language out there as well, with the most less number of rules that are getting applied on it. So it is very easy for you guys to understand it. Make sure that you guys are listening to me very carefully. Now, as you guys must already know, many of you guys might be from India. Those who are from outside India, you guys must be knowing that whenever we Indians feel that it is very auspicious for us to eat curd and sugar before doing anything new, guys. Okay, we feel that it is very auspicious for us to eat curd and sugar before doing anything new. In a similar manner, whenever a programmer starts learning a new programming language, starts learning a new technology itself, the first thing that he does is write hello world. Okay, write hello world in that particular language itself. So what we are going to do right now is we are going to write hello world using the Python programming language. And it is very simple, guys. Our aim is to print hello world on our screen, guys. That is our aim. Our aim is to print hello world on our screen. To do that in Python, it is very simple. Okay, you have to write print. Okay, you have to write print, and then in parenthesis you have to write the message that you want to print, guys. That is hello world. That is what we want to do. What do you want to do? You want to print hello world. You want to print hello world to your screens itself. To do that in Python, it is very simple. You just write what you want to do. I want to print something to my screen. So print, and then in parentheses, what do I want to print right over there? That is hello world itself. As soon to run this particular line of code, if you want to run this particular line of code, there are two ways of doing it. Either you can click on this particular play button. Okay, you can do this for a play button itself. Okay, or the next particular thing that you want to do is you can do control plus enter or shift plus enter, guys. Okay, you can either click on this particular play button, or you guys can control plus enter or shift plus enter right over here, guys. That will run the entire code for you. Okay, right over here, let us do control enter. As you're able to see, run anyway. So you are able to see that you are able to see hello world printed out on your screen, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. You're able to see hello world being printed out on your screen. Okay, so we have written our very first line of code inside of Python, and as you're able to see, it is very easy to understand it. What do you want to do? You want to print something. What do you want to print? You want to print hello world on your screen. And that is exactly what we have done right over here. It is one of the most easiest programming languages, guys, and you guys will be very easily able to understand this particular programming language. Just focus upon the class, do not pay attention here and there. Okay, do not go behind attendance itself. Focus upon the class, because if you are asking about attendance, you're not going to get the attendance, you're not going to get the certificates as well. If you want to get the certificates, just focus upon the class, learn right over here, you will get your certificates at the end. Okay, the next particular thing that we have to do is, for example, if I'm writing this particular sentence 2 plus 7, guys, I'm writing this particular sentence 2 plus 7. Okay, if I'm running this particular code itself, you are able to see that I'm getting 9 on my screen. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. I'm getting 9 on my screen, guys. Okay, the next particular thing that I want to do is 2 multiplied by 7. I'm writing another line of code. 2 multiplied by 7, guys. If I'm running this, I'm getting just 14 on my screen. I'm just getting 14 on my screen. Where is this 9? 9 was coming up right over there, but now I'm only getting 14. What is happening right over here itself? So what happens right over here is, in the first particular line, okay, in the first particular line, Python comes there, it sees, okay, 2 plus 7. So, okay, 2 plus 7 is 9. Now I have 9 on my screen. What should I do with it? I'm having 9 on my screen itself. What should I do with it, guys? So Python is like, nobody's telling me what to do with it, so I'll leave it right over here. Let me go back to the next particular line. Next line is 2 into 7. Okay, 2 into 7, that is 14. Again, I'm having 14 in my screen, but there's no other line that I have to run. That is the last line of code. So I'll just put it up on my screen, guys. I'll put up 14 on my screen. But we don't want that. We want both 9 as well as 14 on our screen itself, guys. So due to that particular reason, we have to explicitly tell Python that, bro, you have to print both these lines of code, the outputs that we want. We want to print both of them on our screen itself, guys. For that, we just need to put it up in parentheses. Okay, and put a print in front of it to tell it explicitly that, bro, you have to print both these lines of code right over here, guys. So write print in front of them. Now run the code, and as you are able to see, you're getting 9 as well as 14 printed on your screen. So I have to explicitly tell Python right over there, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Very easy, very simple, nothing too complicated right over here. Great, guys. The next thing that we want to do is we want to understand the concept of variables itself. We want to understand the concept of variables. Okay, so let us go back to our drawing board. Let us try to understand some of the basic concepts of variables. It will be very easy for you guys to understand. That is something that I'm promising you guys right now. Let me just open up the paint. Let's try to understand this. Okay, so for example, you are a software engineer. Okay, let's take up an example that you have finally achieved your goals. You are now a software engineer itself. So this is you right over here. Okay, I'll create you. So software engineers wear specs. Okay, they have very unkept hair. Okay, some beard. Okay, and you have recently been placed in Bangalore as well. Right now, your salary is, let's assume your salary is 1 lakh rupees. Okay, your salary is 1 lakh rupees per month. Okay, so I think so I should convert it into rupees. Let's change it to rupees itself. So your salary is 1 lakh rupees a month itself, and you have now placed in Bangalore, and you have got a job right now. Let's assume that you are also, as a software engineer, you have decided that, okay, I need to go to gym as well. Let's assume that your gym membership fees, okay, as well as your gym membership fees, let us assume that your gym membership fees is 5,000 rupees per month. Okay, 5,000 rupees per month. You need a place to stay as well, so you will take up a home at rent, right? You'll take up a home at a rent itself, so you need to go there and stay right over there as well. Let's assume your rent is 15,000 rupees, guys. Your rent is 15,000 rupees. Now in Bangalore, there's a lot of traffic, guys. In Bangalore, there is a lot of traffic. Let's assume you bought like a bike, okay, on EMI. You bought a bike on EMI. Your monthly EMI is also 15,000 rupees right over here. Your EMI for your bike is 15,000 rupees. Again, your tax, of course, you have to pay tax as well. So the rate of your tax is, let's assume, 30% or 0.3. Okay, 30% or 0.3 itself. Okay, so all this information you already have right over here. Let's assume that you are a programmer. You don't want to send every single month and pay your gym membership fees, pay your rent, pay your EMI, calculate your taxes, pay your taxes as well, calculate whatever savings that are there, all these different things that are there. You don't want to do it at the month end. So what you will be doing, you will be creating a program. You will be creating a program that will be able to do all of this for you, right? That is your aim, right? A program that can pay your gym membership fees, pay your rent, pay your EMI, calculate your savings, calculate your taxes, pay your taxes, all these different things your code should be able to do. So you start writing the code for it, guys. You start writing the code. So you are like, okay, so the first thing that I will be doing is I'll be calculating what is my right now, what is my expenses. Okay, first let's calculate the taxes itself. Okay, let's first calculate our tax. Okay, so tax is basically you will be taxed 0.3, that is 30% on your salary, but your EMI and your rent are tax deductible itself. Your EMI and your rent are tax deductible. So your tax will be 0.3. Okay, your tax will be 0.3 multiplied by your salary, that is 1 lakh rupees. Okay, your salary, that is 1 lakh rupees, minus your rent minus EMI, because they are tax deductible. You don't have to pay taxes on your EMI or your rent itself, guys. Okay, so what you're doing is you're calculating your taxes like this. The next thing that we want to do is we want to calculate our expenses. Okay, let's assume we want to calculate our expenses itself. To calculate our expenses will be very simple, right? What is your expense? You are having a gym membership fees, that is your first expense. You are having your rent as well, that is also one of your expense. You are having your EMI, that is also one of your expense itself, right? And tax as well, whatever tax that you are having, that is also one kind of expense itself for you, right, guys? The tax as well is one kind of expense itself for you. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. So you will be adding your taxes to it. Right over here, I'm adding your taxes right over here to you guys as well. So that is your net expenses that you are having. What about your savings? What is your current savings itself? To calculate your savings, it is basically your salary minus your expenses, right? So random ass calculation that I'm doing right over here, guys. Okay, random ass calculations. The salary minus your expenses, right? So I'll just copy paste your expenses from right over here. Control C, Control V, and we'll shift it up right over here itself, guys. That will give you guys your entire expenses as well, right over here, right, guys? Please let me know your expenses as well. You are able to savings, you are able to get it right over here. Okay, now let's assume that as soon as you shifted into your home itself, your landlady, she's a very big meanie itself. So let us draw your landlady right over here. This is your landlady right over here, guys, and she's a very mean person. So this is a hair bun, and she's a very mean person itself. And she gets to know that you are a software engineer, that you're earning a lot of money every single month. So it tells you that, okay, if you want to continue living inside of this particular house, I'm increasing your rent from 15,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees itself. Okay, I'm increasing your rent from 15,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees. If you want to continue living here, pay the 20,000 rupees right over here itself. Now you are likely, dude, if I have to shift once again, I have to pay the brokerage once again, I have to pay the deposit once again. There's a lot of expenses to shift. So you are likely, this location is nice, everything is good. Let me stay right over here. Let me increase the rent to 20,000 rupees. Okay, let me increase the rent to 20,000 rupees right over here. Now the biggest problem is that you have written these 20. Let's assume that all these lines of code is 10,000 lines of code, guys. Let's assume that this is 10,000 lines of code right over here, guys. Okay, let's assume that this is 10,000 lines of code right over here. So you have to go through these 10,000 lines of code and change every single place where you have written the rent as 15,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees itself. You have to go through to all these 10,000 lines of code and find out all the places where you have written the rent as 15,000 rupees and increase it to 20,000 rupees. Now, some of you guys might be very smart. You guys will be like, sir, what I will do is I will do a Control F, that is find and replace all the 15,000 with 20,000. That is what I will do. To do it fast, not to go through these 10,000 lines of code individually, what I will do is I'll go right over there. I will increase, I'll just find, I'll Control F, that is find and replace, Control R. Find and replace all the 15,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees itself. So what will happen right over here, guys? What will happen? What is the problem right over here? Could you guys let me know? If you do that, if you do find and replace of all the 15,000 rupees inside of these 10,000 lines of code and change it to 20,000 rupees, what is wrong in this, guys? Exactly. The EMI and the rent are the absolute same. So your EMI will also change, your rent will also change. Both of them will increase to 20,000 rupees, and that is not something that you want. It is not something that you want, guys. So the only option is to go through every line of code, find, okay, if this is 15,000 rupees, okay, this is for rent, let us change it to 20,000 rupees. To 20,000, 10,000 lines of code, that's a very huge time taking process. You're wasting a lot of time right over there itself, guys. This is where a very important thing comes into place, that is called as variables. Think about variables as nicknames. Whenever you were a child, you might have a nickname with your friends, right? For example, I had very curly hair, so my friends used to call me as burnt Maggie or burnt noodles itself, right? So in a similar manner, you can give nicknames to all these values, and these nicknames is something called as variables itself, guys. For example, let us give a nickname of Sal, SAL, to 1 lakh rupees. Now we'll be referring to 1 lakh rupees as SAL. We'll refer to 5,000 rupees as GYM. Okay, we'll refer to 15,000 rupees as rent. We'll refer to this 15,000 rupees as EMI. We'll refer to 0.3 as rate itself. So we can rewrite our code in such a way wherein, for example, again a new nickname I will assign tax. Okay, tax is equals to rate, multiply it by salary minus rent minus EMI. Okay, similar to that, right over here I'll calculate my expense. So EXP right over here, expense is equals to GYM gym plus rent plus, okay, you are having a EMI plus your tax itself, because this entire thing you have now renamed it as, you have given it a nickname of tax itself. And similarly you can write it down as save, SAVE is equals to your salary minus your expense EXP, because all this you have named it as EXP, you have given it a nickname of EXP right over here, so you can directly use it right over there as well. Now, for example, now if your landlady is coming in and she's saying that, okay, I'm changing your rent from 15,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees, you don't even have to look at these 10,000 lines of code, guys. You don't even have to look at these 10,000 lines of code. What you have to do is you have to look at these particular lines of code itself. You have to just come here, you have to change your rent from 15,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees. That's it. Change it to 15,000 rupees to 20,000 rupees itself. And now everywhere you have used the word rent, anywhere you have used the word rent, now it refers to 20,000 rupees in the file, because you have changed the value of the nickname itself. You have changed the value of your nickname. That is the reason why we use variables, guys. It makes our entire process of using values very easy. Okay, are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Great. Awesome. 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 That is the reason why we use variables. Think about variables as nothing else but just nicknames for particular values, guys. Just nicknames for a particular value. So instead of using that value again and again, you will be using this nickname that now refers to this particular value. To create a variable inside of Python is very simple. For example, you want to create a variable called as rent. You just have to write rent, that is the name of the variable, is equals to 15,000. That's it. That is how you create a variable inside of Python, guys. As simple as that. Okay, rent is equals to 15,000. You have created a variable right over here itself. As simple as that, guys. Very easy. Let us go back to our code and let us try to see it from right over there itself, guys. Okay, so right over here, as you're able to see, I've created a variable called as month is equals to 12. So I've created a variable called as month, and inside of it I have stored the value 12 inside of it, guys. Now if I'm running this particular line of code, I'm trying to print the month. Okay, I'm trying to print the month itself. So inside of month, okay, inside of month, the value 12 is stored. So that is what is supposed to be printed right over here, guys. As you're able to see, it stores out 12 right over here, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. I know, guys, it was not important for you guys to listen to all that story to understand variables. But please try to understand it. Not everybody coming to this particular bootcamp already know variable. Okay, this particular bootcamp is organized for anybody and everybody who has no idea what is programming as well to start their journey from right over there. Now, if I teach you guys AI from the perspective that what I am able to understand, you guys won't be able to understand anything right over there. You will be like, sir, what is happening? I'm not able to understand anything. Please dumb it down for me. Please teach me in an easy manner itself. The same thing is happening right over here. If you guys already know about it, you guys know what is the variable and everything, that's great. Okay, make sure you are able to help others out right now, because if I teach AI to the level that I know after working for 5 years in the industry in just artificial intelligence, data science, data analytics itself, then you guys won't be able to understand anything, right? So make sure, see, as a community, you can only grow if you take up the hand of the most like person who has the most fresher right over here itself. Only then you will be able to grow. Okay, if you already know, that's great. Make sure you are able to understand, make it understand to the others who are not able to understand it. If you do not want to do that as well, just keep quiet or leave the class. That's the only thing that I can say. Okay, so make sure, guys, that you are helping others out as much as possible. All the things that I'm going to teach you guys are going to be in such a way that it is the most easiest for you guys to understand. Okay, so make sure that you are staying in the class and you're listening to it very carefully itself. AI is not at all hard. It is one of the easiest things out there. Okay, so next thing that we need to understand is how to think about variables. Okay, how to think about the variables. I always tell my students one thing, that think about variables at boxes. Okay, if I'm writing a is equals to 3, if I'm writing a is equals to 3, think about a box called as a. Okay, think about a box called as a that contains a coin inside of it having the value of 3, guys. Think about it in such a way. Okay, having a box called as a, and inside of which think about a coin that has a value of 3. So I'm writing a particular line of code, guys. What will happen? Can you guys let me know? A is equals to 3, b is equals to a, b is equals to b plus 3. Okay, so what will be the value of a comma b, guys? Okay, what will be the value of a comma b? Could you guys let me know? If I'm writing this particular line of code, guys, a is equals to 3, b is equals to a, b is equals to b plus 3, guys, what will be the value of a comma b? Could you guys let me know? One of the answers that I'm getting is 3 comma 6. Other answer that I'm getting is 6 comma 6. One more answer that I'm getting is 3 comma 3. The other answer that I'm getting is 6 comma 3 as well. So all these answers I'm getting it from your end. But what is the correct answer for this? And how to think about these type of questions itself? Okay, it is very simple. The correct answer is, of course, 3 comma 6, guys. The correct option is almost 3 comma 6. That is the correct answer, guys. But how to think about it? Think about it in such a way. The first particular line of code is creating a box called as a that contains a value 3 inside of it. I'm writing b is equals to a. Now, please try to understand it. When you are having a variable on the LHS, so this is the LHS, right? Left hand side is equals to right hand side. Okay, LHS and RHS itself. Whenever a variable is on the LHS, think about it as the box. Okay, think about it as the box itself. Whenever a variable is on the right hand side, always think about it as the value. Okay, always think about it as the value that it contains, guys. This is the golden rule of solving any kind of complex problems as well. Okay, any type of complex problem itself, you will be able to solve it using this particular thing. If it is on the left hand side, think about it as a box. If it is on the right hand side, think about it as the value that it contains only. Okay, so the first particular line is creating a box called as a having the value 3. The second line, we are creating a box called as b. We're creating a box called as b, guys, which now contains the value that is present inside of a, guys. So what is happening right over here? You are taking out the coin from the box A. You are taking out the coin. You are creating a new coin. You're not utilizing the same coin. You're creating a new coin of the value of 3. That is the exact same coin. That's a new coin itself. And this new coin is what you're putting up inside of the box called as B, guys. This new coin is what you're putting up in the box called as B. In the third particular line, B is equals to B plus 3. Again, you are taking out the coin inside of B, guys. That is 3. You are adding 3 to it. You're creating a new coin of 6. And this new coin of 6 is what you're putting back inside of your box itself. This new coin 6 is what you're putting up inside of the box. So now B contains the value of 6 and A contains the value of 3 inside of it. So think about it as the concept of box and value, and you guys will be able to easily understand it. Okay, and solve any kind of these type of questions. This is a very simple question. This question can be created in a very complex manner as well. But try to make sure that whenever the variable is on the left hand side, think about it as the box. Whenever the variable is on the right hand side, think about it as the value that it contains. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. If I write the exact same thing right over here, B is equal to B plus 3, you will be able to see that if I'm trying to print B right over here, you are getting 6. If I'm trying to print A right over here, you're getting 3. The value of A and B, you are able to get the exact same thing as what we discussed right now. Now, what if you don't declare a variable, guys? Right over here, we are declaring that the value of A is 3. The value of B is the value saved inside of A itself. You are telling Python that what is A, what is B. But you directly try to use a variable without actually creating it. Right over here, I have not told Python what is X, guys. I have not told Python up till this point of time what is X. Is it x5? Is it x0? Python is not knowing about it. If you directly try to use something like this, you'll get a error, guys. You'll get a name error. That name x is not defined. That Python is not knowing what x is. So always remember that to use a variable, you first need to create the variable itself, guys. To use a variable, you need to create a variable. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Awesome. Now, Python is famous for making your code as short as possible, as crisp as possible itself. That is what Python is mostly famous for. Okay. So, for example, you want to create a particular, you're having height is equals to 3. Okay. You're having length is equals to 6. You're having width is equals to 2, and you're having volume is equals to height into length into width, guys. Okay, you're having volume is equals to height into length into width. Okay, and then you're printing up volume. Now right over here, you're wasting 3 lines of code to assign the values to their variables. You can actually do this in just 1 line of code as well, guys. You can actually do this in just 1 line of code. That is called as multiple variable assignment operator. Okay, multiple assignment operator or multiple variable assignment operator, whatever you want to refer it to as. What you can do is you have to write height, HEIGST, height. You want to create height. You want to create LENGTH, length. You want to create width. Okay, these are the 3 variables that I want to create right over here. I will assign it to their values right over here. It's a 3, 6, 2. So now the value 3 will be assigned to the first particular variable, that is height. You will have the length 6 that will be assigned to the second particular variable, that is length. And 2 that will be assigned to the third particular variable, that is width itself, guys. And then you can continue writing the rest of the code. Volume is equals to height into length into width. And then print volume right over here. So the same particular thing, I'm able to do it in just 3 lines of code. Instead of using 5 lines of code, I'm able to do it in just 3 lines of code itself. That is one of the best features about Python, that it is able to concise your code. It is able to help you write less amount of code itself. That is what it is famous as. And this is called as multiple assignment operator, guys, wherein the first particular variable has the assignment of the first particular value, the second particular variable has the assignment of the second particular value, and the third particular variable has the assignment of the third particular value itself, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Good. Okay, so this is the exact same thing that I've done right over there upstairs as well. So the next particular thing that we need to know about is the variable naming convention, guys. Okay, and the rules associated with it as well. So first we'll be trying to understand the variable naming rules that are there. Okay, so there are somewhere around 6 rules that you have to follow while naming a variable. If you're not following these rules, your code will not work properly. Okay, if you're not following these rules, your code will not work properly. So please pay attention to this particular rules itself, guys. Okay, I'm going to give you a gist of the rules so that you guys are able to understand it. Let us take a variable called as rent. Okay, we'll take up a variable, any variable name that you want to create. Okay, take up any variable name. I will divide it into two halves, guys. The first particular half is the first letter of the variable. Okay, that is the first half of the variable itself, guys. The first letter of the variable, and the rest of the variable name. Okay, and the rest of the variable name, that is the second half. Okay, your first letter of the variable name can be capital A to capital Z. It can be small a to small z. It can be an underscore. Okay, it can be an underscore. If you don't know what is an underscore, I'm just giving you guys an example right over here. So this is an example of a underscore z. Okay, this is an example of underscore. If you guys don't know what is underscore, guys, you cannot use anything else. You cannot have numbers as the first letter of a variable name. You cannot have special characters as the first letter of a variable name. Only capital A to capital Z, small a to small z, and an underscore. That's it, guys. That's it. Okay, as the second part of your variable name, guys, as the second part of your variable name, you can have capital A to capital Z inside of it. You can have small a to small z inside of it. You can have underscore inside of it, guys, and you can have 0 to 9. That is, you can have numbers inside of it as well in the second half. That is in the rest of the variable name itself. So for example, 007 JB is the wrong variable name. This will not work because it is starting out with a number itself. Because it is starting out with a number, this will not work. But JB 007 is a completely valid variable name because it is starting out with a capital letter itself. That is an allowed thing itself inside of it. You cannot have any kind of special characters like @, ampersand, hash, or anything like that anywhere inside of your variable name, guys. You cannot have any type of special characters inside of your variable name. If you are not following these rules, your code will not work properly. If you are not following these rules, your code will not work properly. Your code will give you errors right over there, guys. Okay. The next bit of thing that you need to understand is Python is a case sensitive language, guys. Python is a case sensitive language, guys. What do you mean by case sensitive? So case sensitive basically means that for Python, small s and capital S are two separate things, guys. Small s and capital S are two separate things, guys. They are not the same thing. They are two separate things for Python. So if you're writing str or capital S, capital T, capital R, capital S, small t, capital R, capital S, small t, small r, all these will be considered as different variable names. Okay, all this will be considered as different variable names itself, not the same variable name. Completely different variable names itself, guys, because Python is a case sensitive language. Okay, Python is a case sensitive language itself, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Now, there are some reserved keywords in Python. That means there are some words inside of Python that have some special meaning inside of it, guys. Okay, for example, print. It has a special meaning inside of Python because we have already used it, right? It has some special meaning inside of Python. So you cannot use print. It will be categorized as a keyword. That is, it has some special meaning inside of Python. You cannot use a keyword inside of Python as a variable name, guys, because it already has some meaning for Python itself, guys. So make sure that you are not using keywords. Now you will be like, sir, how do we know that if it is a keyword or not? First thing, it will be highlighted for you. If you write any kind of keyword that already has some meaning inside of Python, it will be highlighted for you in some other color. So we'll immediately identify from right over there that this is something that I cannot use as a variable. Otherwise, with practice, okay, the more practice that you are able to do, the more steps that the more coding that you will be doing in Python, the more number of keywords you will be knowing about. Okay, so it is all about practice itself. The more that you practice, the more that you do programming in Python, you will be knowing about the keywords that you have to ignore, that you cannot use as variable names itself, guys. Okay, so right over here, guys, there are some examples of keywords like class, for, def, del, is, else, try, form. These are all examples of keywords inside of Python, guys, that you cannot use as a variable name. As you're able to see, if you try to use a keyword like for, it is automatically highlighted for you in purple that okay, this is a particular keyword, you cannot use this as a variable name itself, guys. Okay, so these are some of the allowed variable names that are there that I've showed you guys some example of. Okay, all of them starts from either an underscore or a small letter or a capital letter. These are allowed variable names. You will not face any kind of problems running this code itself. Everything will work fine. You will not get any problems. These are the variables names that are not allowed inside of Python, guys. For example, starting out with a number, that is not allowed. Okay, starting out with a hyphen. You cannot have an hyphen anywhere inside of your variable name itself. Having an @rate right over here, cannot have a special character. Cannot have a space inside of a variable name itself. Cannot use special characters, special keywords inside of variable name itself. If you try to run these particular lines of code, you'll get an error saying that syntax error, invalid syntax. Now, what is this meaning of the term syntax? When you're working with English, you have something called as grammar, right, guys? You work with English, you have something called as grammar, right, guys? Please let me know. There's something called as grammar, right? If you don't follow the rules and regulations of English, you get a grammatical error, right? The same way, all these rules and regulations that are there, okay, the grammar of programming is called as syntax, guys. Okay, grammar of programming is called as syntax. If you don't follow all this, you will get a syntax error, grammatical error, or a syntax error right over here. Now, there are two things in your life, guys: rules and conventions. Okay, what is the difference between these two words? These are English terms, guys. These are not related to programming. Okay, rules and conventions, guys. For example, it is a rule that if you murder somebody, you will go to jail. You will get penalized for it. Okay, the rule states that you should not murder somebody. If I take up a knife and kill somebody, then I'm breaking a law. I'm breaking a rule itself. I'll go to jail. I'll get hanged right over there. Okay, so because I broke a rule. So whenever you break a rule, you get errors right over there. What is a convention? A normal convention basically says that you should eat with a spoon and a fork while eating. Okay, while eating, you should not eat directly. You should not take up your plate, put it your mouth inside of your plate itself and start eating right over there. If you do that, you're not a human being. You're an animal. You won't be thrown into jail for that, for eating directly out of. So those people who eat Maggie, I think so we all finish it up by drinking the soup of the Maggie itself directly from the plate, right? So the point being that you should not, okay, you should not be putting up your mouth directly into your plate. That is a convention. You're not a good human being if you do that. You're an animal, but you're not going to send into jail for that. That is called as conventions, guys. That is called as conventions. I'm telling you guys one more thing, guys. Just to remind you guys once again, those guys who are writing attendance in the live chat, okay, those guys, there's a team of 2 people inside of DevTown that just takes up the email IDs and they remove them from getting the certificates. So if you guys are writing attendance in live chat, we understand that you're not interested in the class. You're not here to learn. You're here for the attendance itself. That is the reason why you will not be able to get your certificates as well. Those people who are writing attendance in the live chat, keep on doing that. You will not get your certificates. If you are here for studying, stay here, learn right over here. People like Trivendra Reddy, then you are having people like what is the other people that were there? Okay, Defense Search. Okay, all these email IDs we are able to get. Akshay, we are able to get all your email IDs from YouTube, and we are going to send those email IDs to our team, and they are not going to get you guys the certificates. Don't come to me at the last of the bootcamp saying I didn't receive my certificates, I didn't get my, I was present in the class, I attended the class, I did the project, I still did not get my certificates, because you are not interested in the certificates. Okay, so if you are here, make sure you are learning. Otherwise, tata, bye bye. Okay, Trivendra Reddy, that is especially for you. Okay, so like I said, guys, your you are having your rules and your conventions itself. So conventions are something that is not going to give you guys an error, but that tell something about you that you don't know the basic rules of programming. You don't know what are the basic conventions of the Python community itself. Because when you're coding, you are not just coding for yourself. You're going to join a company. In the company, there are going to be thousands of employees that are going to be coding in Python. All their code should look the exact same. For that, you say some conventions that are there. Okay. So right over here, guys, there are some, I'm giving you guys 2 important conventions for a Python programming itself. 2 important conventions for Python programming. The first particular convention says that the names of the variable should be descriptive and short, guys. The name of the convention should be descriptive and short, guys. What do I mean by that? For example, if you want to take inputs for a height of a tree, guys, okay, you want to take in inputs for the height of a tree, then the possible variable names should just be height. Okay, should just be height and nothing else. Okay, you should not use X or H. X and H are small. X or H are brief itself. They are short itself, but they are not descriptive enough. They are not telling you what the variable name is for. They are small, but they are not descriptive. Height underscore of underscore the underscore tree. This is very descriptive. This is very descriptive right over here, but it is very long as well. You should always use a descriptive but short variable name when you're working with Python. That's the first convention. See, if you guys are not following this convention, you will not get any kind of errors. Your code will be working absolutely fine, but any kind of person who is going to hire you or any other developer that is looking at your code will easily be able to understand that you are a noob. You don't know the basic conventions of Python programming as well. You are a noob. You don't know how to program in Python. That is what they will be understanding about you. Okay. H underscore tree is also great. You can definitely use that as well. Okay. The next particular thing that you have to work about is the Pythonic way to name a variable is to use all lowercase letters and underscores to separate the word. You should never use capital letters while naming a variable name. You should never have numbers while naming a variable name. You should always use lowercase letters and underscores to separate the word, guys. For example, this is called as the Pythonic way of naming a variable, also referred to as the snake case. Also referred to as the snake case. Okay, why snake? Because it looks like a snake. I think so. Python is there. It was also a snake. Also, this particular way of naming a variable looks like a chain of events that are there. So, looks like a snake as well. So, we refer to that as the snake case. Okay, that is the Pythonic way of naming a variable. For example, my underscore height. All the letters are in small letters. It is a short but brief descriptive enough variable name itself, and we are separating the words by underscores. This is called the Pythonic way of naming a variable. So as you're able to see, this is not a Pythonic way. Even this will work. All the letters are capital. The first particular letter is capital. It will still work right over here. Okay, but if you run this particular line of code, it is working absolutely fine. You're not getting any kind of errors. But this is not the right way of naming a variable. This is not the Pythonic way of naming a variable itself. So please make sure that you guys should be focusing upon it properly itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand what is the difference between a rule and a convention, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand what is the difference between a rule and a convention, guys? Please let me know. Awesome. Okay, so the next thing that is there, so we'll stop right over here with our Python class itself. Okay, we'll not proceed further. We'll continue from tomorrow. Now the next thing is your attendance. Okay, when you have your attendance, are you going to make some achar with the attendance? Okay, the only thing that is important is knowledge, guys. Yes, certificates are important, but what if you are not studying right over here? You're not getting any knowledge right over here, then the certificates have no value. Certificates only have value if you have the right associated knowledge along with it. Otherwise, it has no value. Your certificate will only add value to your resume if you have the right knowledge associated with it, guys. Okay, if you have the right knowledge associated with it, otherwise it has no value. Always remember that, guys. Okay, I'm currently taking up interviews for more than 15 different companies. I've placed more than 7,000 students with an average package of 14 lakhs per annum. This month itself, DevTown has placed 12 students into Google at 60 lakhs per annum. We are the pioneers into sending people off to companies itself. I'm telling you guys right now itself, guys, that if you want to get placed into a good company, if you want certificates to have value, pay attention, gain the knowledge. Just having the certificate has no value at any particular point of time. Okay, if you have the right knowledge associated with it, only then it has the value. Okay, always remember that, guys. Good. Amazing, guys. Amazing. So today we have started out with the basics of Python, guys. Tomorrow our aim will be to move a little bit further, learn about data types in Python. Okay, that will be our aim for tomorrow, guys. And we'll be looking at some of the methods inside of it as well. They will start with our data structures in Python as well. Some of the basic data structures that we have to worry about it. Okay, and we have to do all these type of things as well, guys. Okay, so make sure that you guys are learning right over here properly. You guys are focusing upon the class as well, guys. Okay, so in the meanwhile, while I'm creating the attendance for you guys, let me did you guys enjoy the session, guys? Please let me know. Did you guys enjoy the session? Did you guys learn something in the sessions itself, guys? Please let me know, guys. Did you guys like the session? Did you guys enjoy the session right over here? Right? So the requirement of getting the certificate, there is just one basic requirements for getting your certificate itself, guys. Your attendance. Okay. On the basis of your attendance, you will be getting your certificates at the end of the boot camp. Okay, so there are 7 days worth of boot camp. In the middle of the class at any particular point of time, I'm going to take up your attendance for that particular day. If you miss out either one of the attendance as well, you will not be able to get your certificates. I'm being very frank with it from right now itself. Okay, I'm very frank with it from right now itself, guys, so that later on you guys don't come and telling me, sir, I attended the classes, but I was not able to come up live into the class, but I listened to the class again. I don't have any proof for that. If you are able to fill up your attendance, you have got your certificate. If you don't fill up your attendance, you will not get your certificates. It's as simple as that, guys. Please try to understand it. Okay, the certificates are completely for free. The bootcamp is completely for free, guys. You don't have to worry about anything. We are going to learn about Python, then we are going to learn about AI, we are going to learn about some of the algorithms inside of AI, and then at the end of the bootcamp on the 7th day, we are going to learn to create an AI that is going to play with us tic-tac-toe, that is cross and zero. So you will be able to play against an AI, and I can guarantee you guys one thing, that you will never win against that AI. Okay, it will either be a tie or either the AI will win. Okay. Okay, so that is something that we will be doing during this particular boot camp itself, guys. Along with the same, guys, I will be asking one more favor from you guys. Okay, so to make sure that we are able to keep these boot camps free, we are able to completely provide you guys with these certificates for free itself. We need to make sure that these companies, we have to show these companies that yes, the students are enjoying the camp, yes, the students liked the camp itself, yes, the students became a part of the community of DevTown as well, guys. So if it's possible, guys, please make sure that you guys are liking the video and subscribing to the channel itself, because we have to show these matrices to the companies so that they keep on providing us with the certificates to give you guys in every single bootcamp, keeping the bootcamp for free as well. So if you guys, while I'm creating your attendance, if you guys can devote 1 minute of your time, guys, please just scroll a little bit down itself. Okay, please scroll it a little bit down itself, and please do subscribe to the channel and like the video. It keeps my moral up as well, and we are able to make sure that we are able to send this to our companies as well, and the companies are continuously able to provide us with the certificates to give it to you guys for free as well, guys. So right now we are having somewhere around 2000 students with us. Okay, let us take an aim of 1900 or 1800 likes and subscribes, guys. It will take you less than a minute itself to do that, guys, and then I will be showing you guys the attendance. Okay, so as soon as we reach the target of 1800 likes and subscribes, I'll be sharing the attendance link with you guys. So while I'm creating the attendance link, you guys continue to like and subscribe the video, guys. We are about 600 more likes or subscribes, I think so we require. Like I said, guys, this is to make sure that we are able to send it out to the companies, making sure right over there that the companies are able to see that yes, the students liked the class, they attended the classes properly, and they are becoming a part of a community as well, guys. Okay, so make sure that you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel as well. In the meanwhile, I'm creating the attendance for you guys. Right now we are at 1400 likes and subscribes. We need just 400 more, guys. So while you guys are doing that, I'll create the attendance link for you guys. It will take you less than a minute itself. Okay, let us take an aim for 1800 likes and subscribes in the meanwhile, guys, while I'm creating your attendance right now. every single day I will be taking up your attendance. Okay, every single day I will be taking up your attendance right over here. Now, please listen to me very carefully. Once I share this attendance link, the attendance link will be working absolutely fine for you. The attendance link will be working absolutely fine for you. I'll be taking up the attendance every single day in the middle of the class. Today, I'm giving you guys 10 minutes to fill out your attendance link. If you are getting a traffic error or something like that, you have to refresh the attendance link. That's it. It's working absolutely fine, guys. If you get a traffic error or something like that, you have to refresh the attendance link itself. Could you guys let me know? Could you guys let me know what you have to do in the case where you are getting a traffic error, guys? If you're opening up the attendance link and you're getting a traffic error, what you have to do, guys? Please let me know what you have to do. If you're getting a traffic error right over here, guys, you have to refresh the attendance link, right? So I'll be sending you guys the attendance link right now. Let me create the attendance link and let me send it to you guys. Okay, so right over here itself, guys, in the live chat, I'm sending you guys the attendance link. If it is not working for you, just refresh the attendance link. Just reload the attendance link itself, guys. Okay, I provided you guys with the attendance link right over here in the live chat. You guys can start filling up the attendance link right now itself, and the attendance link will be closed exactly at 8:51. The attendance link will be closed exactly at 8:51, guys. Please start filling up your attendance link right now itself, guys. Please start filling up the attendance link right now itself. If you're facing any kind of problem, just refresh the attendance link. Okay, in the if you're facing any kind of problems, just refresh the attendance link. The attendance link is working absolutely fine, guys. Make sure you are filling up the attendance link properly itself. Tomorrow as well, the class will be at 7:30 itself. If you guys are not coming up live, you'll not be able to get your attendance. If you're not getting your attendance, will not be able to get your certificates as well. Please come to the boot camp on time properly itself. Fill up your attendance by 8:51. At 8:51, I'll be closing your program itself. I will be closing the attendance link. Please start filling up the attendance link itself. If you guys have not registered for this AI bootcamp, if you guys have not registered for this AI bootcamp, just make sure that you guys are filling up the attendance. We'll take up your attendance as your registration itself. We'll take up your attendance as your registration itself, guys. So you don't have to worry about it. So thank you so much, guys. I have to go for another boot camp that is there. Hope to see you guys tomorrow on time in the class, and we'll be continuing from right over there itself, guys. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, guys. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye, guys.